The airport is in the business of moving people.
On average, it's about 190,000 a day.
Moving people through security.
We're up over 220,000 on our busiest day.
Moving people to their gates.
I probably take 20 to 25 flights a year.
And moving people like Jim Leary.
And I don't see this rampant of a problem in any other airport.
On people movers.
I'm out here about 2 times a month, and I'm safe in stating that I see a broken escalator, electronic walkway, or an elevator 90% of the time.
We'll get to the statistics in a moment. Leary has documented out-of-service escalators for years, like November 6, 2016, when he snapped this photo from the train to the C concourse. We checked, this outage lasted 1 week. But isn't a broken escalator just a staircase?
Say that to an elderly couple having to carry their bags up, or a handicapped person that they wait online for the elevator.
Everywhere where we have an escalator, we have an elevator in close proximity.
Another traveler shared this video from the B concourse on September 30th, 2019. 3 of the 4 moving walkways blocked with the yellow maintenance fence. At least one of these was also out 1 week. Then there's the Instagram page, dedicated to the broken escalators of Den.
Oh, it seems as though this new construction's working a heck of a lot smoother than the escalators are that are throughout this entire airport.
I would say that on any given day, you may see an escalator out of service somewhere in your journey, but for the most part, they're up and operational 24 hours a day.
Chris McLaughlin runs the operations at DIA, including the contract for conveyance maintenance.
Our average traveler through Den will utilize probably 3 conveyances, escalators or elevators or walkways during their journey.
I know what you're thinking. There's a 3 in 3 chance you'll see them broken.
But the reality is, after 20 years of traveling and working through this building, that doesn't happen as frequently as it would seem.
Okay, the people who have shared photos and videos with us, maybe they just saw a moment in time. Show up 5 minutes earlier, an hour later, the devices would have been working. How often does this happen and for how long? I'm glad you asked, because we asked the airport for that information and ran the numbers. We got 5 years of data from DIA on 328 escalators, walkways, and elevators. Between 2015 and 2019, they were out 48,570 times. Last year alone, the airport averaged nearly 35 outages each day. Escalators are down the most. Moving walkways stay off longer than they're allowed to be.
We prioritize elevators and escalators. The walkways, although important, are not as important as the vertical conveyances.
In 2019, an escalator was out more than 6,700 times. That's an average of 18 a day. The longest outage we found was an escalator in the terminal in 2016. It was off for 158 days.
Sometimes they go down because someone hits a button. Sometimes they go down for a reason that requires us to order a part.
DIA's contract with the repair company, Thyssen Krupp, allows the airport to issue fines if a device is not on 99% of the time. Essentially, it can be down as much as 7 hours and 45 minutes in a month and still be considered okay.
Escalators are a vertical, continuously moving piece of transportation. They're literally moving 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 for 25 years.
Despite what seems like an easy benchmark, DIA fined its contractor 886 times last year for failing to get a device moving fast enough. The fine, a whopping $25 each time for a total of $22,000. And DIA could have fined for even more outages.
We have what we're allowed to do within a contract, but we also consider ourselves to be partners. So we're not looking to be punitive with our partner.
I can tell you what, if I had a maintenance worker coming to my house and they had to repeatedly come back to fix my plumbing, I would certainly fire them if they did the job I see out here on the escalators.
For all the times these devices are out, they do, more often than not, move people who are on the move. We're standing next to working escalators. Is that...
Miracles do happen.